is SXP Metamorphosis 365 Growth Podcast. And I gotta laugh at myself every time I pull it because the mastermind, the title is similar to the tune of Sanctuary Experience, Master Key Mindset Space. However, you with the podcast was good. I am Malika K. Courtney. It's your girl. Happy Tuesday. I hope your Tuesday was twice the amazing that Monday was. Monday was amazing. Monday was amazing. And today has been too. Your girl is among the, I need to sit down and be tired. Quick. Be still. Definitely important that I be here with you. Gave my word that it would be. Guess what we about to be? And it occurred to me that I need to move this a little bit closer because I remember last time what had happened was. All right, let's get to it. This is a growth podcast. I believe it's episode 112. If it ain't, I'll be fixing that in the title. Until then, let's move. I'm not going to be before you long. The mission these days with this podcast, SXP Metamorphosis 365 Growth Podcast, is to kind of get in, get the message laid out, and get out. Time, pardon me, is of the essence. I will say that way. And yeah, let me share the appropriate time. All right, let's have this conversation. So, we're going to talk about signs of happiness. I find that it is easy to, simple, not necessarily easy, to identify the signs of sadness, depression, abuse, injustice, all of those things, because we have taken time to become aware, right? We've had these conversations, we have groups, we have shows, we have events, we have pamphlets, we have the library, we have the TV, we have the hotline numbers, we have the text hotline numbers to get the picture. And those are all super, very important. And all those are super, very important. And I am quite surprised right now. Give me 1 second to reloop into that thought. Just saw something. Either way, we have those with us. We've had time to become aware. We've had time to ingest. I think that's kind of how I'll say it. We have time to ingest those things. But what I have yet to see is a hotline number to call when you're feeling happy. I ain't seen that. 1-800-JOYFUL. You call in and just give a 20-second or a 30-second message of what's got you so happy, and then that's so amazing that it makes it to your content creators or to your local news or national news levels, okay? I ain't saying that. It would be lovely to see. In the meantime, until that comes to fruition, it's important to, hey, you guys, thank you, Scott, for putting that in the chat. Appreciate it. Brain. Until that day comes where we can go and just press play on our remote and listen to the wonderful things. Would like to offer you a few things. Now we put some notes in place just so we can stay focused. I would like for you to have a life that has happiness in it, that has joy in it, that has peace in it, that has love in it, that has light in it. And a lot of times life is so distracting. Can I get a hallelujah and an amen? And that's it. Life is so distracting with the things we need to do as adults, whether it is remaining indoors, getting to work, handling that, learning people, networking, building business. We have many, many things. Not to mention we live in a world where we are impacted by what happens to our fellow human when we stand in our humanity. Yes, I know some people don't give a damn, and folks that run out of beeps, the ducks ain't got no more, ain't looking for more or looking for more, right? Same time, do you know how to identify the happiness? Okay, does it come and sneak upon you? Allow me to offer you this, okay? When you are in your happiness, it is amazing. And pay attention. You can appreciate the small moments. Let that sink in, the little things. When you are allowing yourself, and do understand, it is an allowing. And for those who are not used to me, you are new to me, this is the way I teach. Get that pen, that paper out. Listen, when it hits you, write it down. Go back and press play on this and glean. It is for you to, again, back to the word, ingest. Because we get to select the thoughts that we're about to think and the things that are allowed to come to life through us. Did you ever think that through? thoughts are coming to you, you have the opportunity to receive them or let them be and not accept them. Let them go on about their way and you go on about your way. That is always an option. What does that mean? That means when you spending time, you scrolling on the doom scroll and you're getting pissed off and agitated. Your face is tense, your head is hurting, your chest tightens, your butt cheeks clenching, your legs are wearing the weight of the world. That heaviness, you participate in that distraction. Turn that mess off. Get your Kendrick. I love to say it that way. The way he say turn the TV off, turn that mess off. Okay, bang. When you are moving in your happiness, this is one of the key ways to know you're able to appreciate the small moments. Good meal, sunset, good friends. Cold water for me. I love a glass of, and I normally keep my water room temperature, super simple, right? But sometimes it's just that simple cold glass of water. Like today, hot is, I don't know what up here in Chicago. Hit the forest, did some wandering and some trail tracking, a couple miles in there with little people. Hallelujah. Okay. Boom. Number two, you recover from setbacks. You're going to have distractions. You're going to have challenges. If you thought that life was about to let you come in here and not run this gauntlet, you bumped your head and you bumped that head hard. I'm going to give you a pack of ice and I'm going to let you know all the gate. Get ready to come back from a setback. These setbacks are waiting on you to grow to these points so they can test your metal, baby, and see what you're made of, see what your mind is, see if you're full of shit, see if you're straight up with it. Okay? So, ready? Test your happiness. Revel in it, roll in it. Spend time in it, let it be present. Don't rush through the happy. It's important. It's important, right? Because we can sit in our sadness. We can sit in that. We can find words and language and journals and friends to listen to. All of the above. We got that on lock. What about the happiness? Back to it. 3, meaningful relationships. Meaningful. And this is not that cursory stuff. Let me tell you what. I love the friends that I have acquired virtually. Yes, I do. I have some really amazing people that I was able to meet through this right here, interwebs, nets, and all that good stuff. Beautiful folks. I did not leave it there. Do you know what I did? When the invitation came to bring my behind and come meet in person, or to extend the invitation to come meet in person, I participate. I participate in that simple joy of, hey, you are face to face. Get you some face to face. I can reach out and hold your hand, give you a hug, sit next to you, break bread. Friends, get some of them. And it is good to spend time and learn people, know who you're dealing with. You get to choose. If you meet somebody online, you meet them in person, and they ain't exactly the same, well, then you know what you're dealing with. Please don't play with it. But when you meet that genuine soul and you get together and they exactly who the heck they were over these here interwebs, keep your people. Okay? Meaningful relationships. Let me talk about this real quick too. I have some people in my life where literally beautiful friends, we are professional friends. And we know what conversation we're about to have. Normally, if we're calling one another, it's because one, we're about to use each other's services. 2, we need to play in a mind playground that's similar to ours in a sense of my circle, my top inner circle, visionaries, creatives, okay, and executors. You need all 3. All right. And that circle, we are all 3. Yeah. So build and know your circles. Make those relationships meaningful. What does that mean? That means you're not always calling asking for something. You calling to give something. You're calling to check on people. You know these wives and husbands' names. You know their children. You are being a friend. When they call you and they're stressed out in tears, you got 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. Somebody passing a family, you sending flowers, you sending cards, you sending your body on a plane to go sit with your friend. These are meaningful relationships. Not that we say hi and you're alive, I'm alive. Not those, some people have these relationships. I personally do not, where there is a person that they phone. I had this one friend, this was like, oh my God, this was before 2000, y'all. And I thought it was very curious. It's like 1994, had this conversation. Just popped in mind, real random. All right. He had a friend and they would only call each other to complain. And that was literally the nature of their relationship. So when that phone rang and it was that person, they already knew what it was. Now, if you need that and that's who you are, move how you move. I personally do not play that game. Do not call me and just complain because you're not going to be able to. My question is going to be, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to love you back to life like I do. And before you get off that phone, guess what we're about to talk about? What is the plan? I believe in accountability. And I believe in making plans and moving them booty cheeks to get something done. And I am not saying folks who are experiencing loss and grief and depression that I'm running them over. I'm not doing that, but I am reminding. I will be that reminder for you that you're here with a purpose. You take time and deal with your wounds. Love you, right? And be reminded, because a lot of times you just need that reminder. Okay, meaningful friends. I hope I made that point and ironed it out and harped on it enough. Move. Laugh and smile. I have a wide sense of humor. For me, it is not hard to laugh or smile. Do I get into those places where I'll be like, I'm angry, I'm pissed? Absolutely. Am I smiling then? Hell to the no, man. Just like everybody else. And I may be saying some stuff like everybody else. Same time, I know not to stay there for any length of time. Why? Because it kills your spirit. It is poison to be that angry, to stand in unforgiveness, to refuse to allow happiness and joy to reside with you. I have little squishy people that I get to be around very often, and they are my grandbabies. To stand in an anger that wouldn't allow me to smile when that baby comes smiling at me, Gigi this or Gigi that, to not be able to get that hug and give the love that they need to impart that energy and light into them, anger gets in the way of that. Anger gets in the way of being able to receive these messages from the ethers like I do, to receive the light into me like I do, to heal and to love. I had someone hit me up 2 days ago, with just a message. We had a session, and the result for them was remarkable. Okay, that's what I was told. And I can't do that if I'm walking in anger. So again, what's the whole point of this conversation? Happiness, happiness, happiness. Find yours. Dig it up, root it up, plant it, water it, prune it, let it grow. Feed it. Feed your happiness. I've given you 4 points already. Let's move. Be your freaking self. Okay? Can you be comfortable in being who you are? Do you need to adapt, become someone else to be happy? Like, it's different when you're working on a different version of yourself, a more improved, a more attuned version with the highest expression of you. Okay, that's a whole different program. That's not the question I'm asking. I'm asking, do you find that you need to take on a whole nother personality, persona, personhood that is not you because you're not content and comfortable with who you are? You don't see your value. You don't see the love in yourself. You're not seeing your light. Maybe you're not feeling like you once did. It's possible that you've been so far out of happiness that you've lost thread. That's an enigmatic space for you, and you don't know how to get back. These keys I'm giving you today, baby, this is how you get back. I remember a time in life where things were what I call just darkness. It was blackout. Joy was nowhere to be found. It was this was post domestic violence. And in that whole period, the end through the beginning of the exit to a good part in that beginning, right? Moving on to the middle of transitioning out of it. Bro, it was not a whole lot of things to smile about, but I smiled about everything that I could, okay? And even in that, it was, I want to say promotionary. It was by the do, okay? It was not by the be or by the have, because I couldn't say that I was being it. I couldn't say that I had it. I was doing though, all right? And it happens like that sometimes. How do you step out of that? In the same manner that you step out of sadness, you need to understand what it is that has you sad. And be honest. Don't bullshit you, because if you do that, you are not progressing. If you insist on holding a secret, I'm going to tell this part, but I ain't going to tell it all. Okay, bet. Let me tell you what you just did. Let's talk about some pneumonia. You've taken the pills. You've washed your right lung, and now it's clean and all that is out. But the left one, you got a nice little pocket of secrets. And you're not intending to. You're going to sit there hiding it and ignore it for a while. And then when it grows big, strong, and monstrous and goes right on back where it was to begin with, and you back at the same circumstance, I give you that example just to kind of cause you to think and look. Clean it all out. The same way they tell you to take all your medicine, take all of your spiritual medicine too. Okay? Take all of your learning medicine too. Take all of your responsibility too. Take all of the ownership of you too. And when you stand wholly in who you are, in your ownership of your behavior and self and emotions and life and plans and dreams, it looks different. It looks a lot different. So practice your happiness. That is my charge to you. Practice your happiness. Okay, pumpkin, move. We talked about appreciating the small moments, recovering from your setbacks, having meaningful relationships, laughing just because you can, and keep practicing it. Today I was practicing with the children, the 13-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old. And we're learning this now. Right? I'm teaching it, I'm getting it rubbed in there, smoothed in there, taught in there, because this is what they will be able to stand on. I did not have that. And it's important to me that my grandchildren do, and the people around me do. Practice laughing. Ain't nothing funny. I'm not feeling good. Laugh anyway, from the belly. Laugh, laugh, laugh. There were laughing love bugs. There was a couple. They call themselves the laughing love bugs. Find them. They are hilarious, and you will sit and you will laugh. Okay, and you will laugh, and it's just like at some point, it just gets hilarious. Like, what the heck? And your body remembers what it is to laugh. I like comedy. I'm a comedy head. Give me comedy, feed me joy. If I have time and I want to tip off into some watching of something, I prefer something funny and light and joyful. I still do like my blow 'em ups and shoot 'em ups, but here and there. Get the picture? You clocking? Let's move. Okay. Gratitude is a daily practice for me. When I wake up, it is one of the first things that I do. I am saying thank you, sovereign divine God, for another day to serve, another chance to get things righted, another chance to grow, which is not optional for me. I don't know if it's optional for you. And this is SXP Metamorphosis 365 Growth Podcast. What does that mean? It means that I'm going to instruct you to go back and binge. Subscribe if you haven't. Binge. You have 100 and I don't know how many episodes by now, 112 episodes to go learn how to keep it moving. Let's go. Practice your gratitude. Grab you a daily journal if you are brave enough to do it. Write your tomorrows out. Write what you're grateful for. Take time with you to sit still in that gratitude and be grateful. Moving forward. You have a sense of purpose. Your work, your hobbies, families, and goals that give your life meaning. And if your work, your hobbies, your family, your goals are not set up in a manner that you are receiving the feedback loop, this is meaningful to me, this matters to me, this is life, and I feel like I'm living, then you got some adjusting to do. I am a licensed life coach. I'm also double certified in spiritual disciplines with life coaching, cleaning spirit, dealing with trauma, getting that out of your body, because business begins in your body. This is who I am. If you need those services, then connect with me. lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. Don't make it optional. Kill them excuses, all them questions in your head. I got no judgment. I have no heaven or hell to put nobody in. I'm not interested in any of that foolery. So if it is that you need to connect with someone and have those conversations, build and develop a professional relationship, have a meaningful relationship, then go ahead and let's connect and get it done. No excuses, and yes, I believe in accountability. I think I've made that clear so far. Let's move. You have a sense of purpose. We talked about this, and you enjoy helping others. The whole task of this podcast, I ran for about 3 years. I had actually probably more than that, but for 3 solid years, I had people on my tail like, listen, could you do a podcast? Could you do a podcast? I'm like, listen, that's a lot. And when I say yes, I mean yes. When I commit to something, I'm committed. I don't know how to not, right? And I knew that saying yes meant that I would have butt meat in a seat in front of a camera, having conversations with y'all consistently, because it is not fair to begin to lead and guide people and then disappear. I think that's one of the most horrible things you can do. I'm not going to do that. I'll be right here, okay? And what I will say, things evolve. It used to be where I would just go straight 1 hour and teach. That's why I say go binge, because you're going to get so much. And as a licensed life coach, as a master storyteller, and not just blowing smoke or using words, because I've gone and done the work and the training, and I was pinned a master storyteller because I went and did the training and did the work, and I learned what it took to be, exist, perform, help, and execute as a life coach. Not just the words, because none for that foolery. All right. And I've been able to help people stand up and walk. Folks that were grown, that got cut off at the knees, spiritually, life wise, work wise, emotion wise. That's who I am and what I do. And I do a great job. How about that? Move. Being present. Can you be present? Can you be present? When you are present, is your mind present? Are you sliding off in thought? Are you clicking on your phone? Are you having side conversations? Are you nowhere to really be found? And when it's time for you to actually speak intelligibly about what you heard, you cannot. You need a question, you need a clue, you need a cue. But you want somebody to listen to you 100%. But you can't do that. I won't even say 100%. 80%. Can you do 80%? Can you do 99.599? Professionally trained listener. Okay, and I know what it took to grow to where I am, because I believe in growth. I have been growing and I continue to grow. It takes quite a bit to focus and pay attention and tune in, especially if you don't have an anchor in you for what's being said, especially if you've got no clue on how to do it or if it sounds hard. That's why I keep it super simple. We're talking about happiness and practicing it. I've given you about 8-9 keys already. Be present. Everything I've talked about so far is a matter of practice. What does that mean? It means that maybe you can't do it right now. All right? That's fine. That's fine. You are not in a race with anyone but you. So daily add to yourself. Improve. It's a beautiful thing. All right, move. I only have a few more, and then we get out of here. You can accept imperfections. And it's I'm careful with how I say this. Folks gonna take it how you take it, but I'm gonna take it how I take it. Feel me? I am perfect. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. This is my mantra. If you wonder where I got that from, that is from Charles Haanel's book, The Master Key System. I encourage everybody to go read that book. Okay. I am perfectly Malik. Yeah. Get the picture? Does that mean I don't make mistakes? No, absolutely make mistakes. I make big ones, I make fast ones, and I probably make more mistakes than other people because I am so involved in things and with people's lives, right? So I make my mistakes quickly. And you know what I don't do? I don't put myself in jail or hell for it. I don't do that. But I do my best that when I've made this mistake, I do my best not to make it again. All right? And that's what I won't ask of anyone other than what I'm going to ask of me. I ask that when you are making your mistakes and your imperfections are flying their flag, that you do not hide them, that you're very honest about them, and that they are not your pets. That's really, I don't even know if I taught pets on here before, but I might need to teach pets here. It's been some years, and that's a very fun teaching. Jesus, that's been some years. So do not make pets out of your imperfections, stroking them, feeding them, hiding them away when company comes over, and then pulling them out to play with them. Okay? If you're serious about the business of growing, then you stand in your accountability, you own your perfections, and you piss on them excuses, and you get to clean up that mess you made. See? This is wonderful how it works. It is beautiful. Make your mistakes. Clean it up. And keep it moving. Grow. And if you're not making mistakes, chances are you're not aiming. You're not aiming. I'm not gonna meddle in that right now because I don't know you like that, and I don't want to hear no extra comments. How about let's go? Take care of yourself. It's important. Take time for you. What is it that you need? Okay, that's a really valid, valuable question. What you need? What do you want? Valid, 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 and valuable. And it is not, I do walk through this exercise with some of the folks that I help where we say it out loud. Okay, I pose the question, we get this energy exchange because I'm stirring up spirit basically, and the answers are coming. Flow, flow, flow. We move until it's a flow. Guess what they get to do after we've unstopped that and unknotted that? Write it down. Write it down. Your body is always speaking to you. Your spirit is always speaking to you. Sovereign divine God is always speaking to you. It is radio frequency. Tune in. How do you tune in? Teach your body to be still. Teach your mind to be quiet. And I'm not talking just quiet. My 13-year-old, he is right at the edge of silence. It is amazing with his meditation. He is going to hit that silence, that zen that few people on this earth have ever touched. Can you say that your mind has ever been silent? I can. And it is dope, dope, amazing. He is going to achieve that. I probably think he might hit it this year, right? And I'm excited to hear the experience. I'm excited to have him write it down so he can revisit it. Can you imagine if you were able to achieve that at that age, what your adulthood would look like if you pursued from there forward and continued to build and grow and learn and practice the presence of silence? Being God's presence, silent. Needing nothing, asking nothing, wanting nothing, seeking nothing, just being. That is beautiful. Mastery. And that is what I ask. Even my master classes, I call them master's classes. It's not just to master. I would like folks to master themselves. Become masters of who you are. Become masters of your craft, your art, your heart, your business, your community. All right? And if you are truly a master, you are in service. Let that sink in. If you are not serving anyone, I'm going to ask why. And I'm going to let you think about that and work on an answer on your own. Because here I go over here. Okay. Last one. Being hopeful about your future is mandatory. It may not look like this grandiose super monster goal project that you're doing, right? It may look like, for some, tomorrow I'm going to take the shower. And I respect you. Take your shower. You have conquered the world. For some, it is, I'm going to write that book. I've been telling myself for years on years on years. I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and ain't done it. You have been lying to yourself for years on years on years, and you ain't wrote that book. Knock it off. Write a page. Write a paragraph. Write a thought. Write an outline, and little by little, that's how everything gets done. Okay? In the practice of happiness, little by little, I gave you 12 little breadcrumbs. Boop, boop, boop. Eat and practice it. And the next day, eat and practice it. And the next day, eat and practice it. Are you gathering? Are you gathering? Putting down, for real, for real. It is that simple. Is it easy? No. I'm not saying it's easy, but it is simple and it is doable. Do it. How about that? Okay, we done had this conversation for about almost 30 minutes. What I'm going to say is I am Malika K. Courtney. I am your host, the creator and founder of SXP, which is Sanctuary Experience. Sanctuary Experience was born because it needs to be born. It was born from a really ugly incident with a nice Ossifer who was racist, I don't know it. And at the same time, his ignorance was only fuel. And it caused me to birth what only I could. Life and love. Life and love. And through Sanctuary Experience, I have loved many, many, many people back to life. And how have I done that? Consistently and in many ways. All right. If it is that you, know. Like there's no doubt. Like you can feel the pull in your belly. I could even feel the line up my chest right now. You feel that? Then I'm your person. Go ahead and reach out to me. Life is sanctuaryxp at gmail.com. All right? Licensed life coach. Trauma, spirit care. I can actually help you write your first book too. I've done that with a few folks and it's absolutely wonderful. Used to ghostwrite, edit, still got the skills, you know what I mean? They never go away when you keep them sharp, and I keep them sharp as an author. New novel completed. Looking forward to the launch for that, and working on some really awesome stuff. If you are a visionary and a creative and a networker, content creator, you want to connect? Hi, please do. Malika Courtney across the board on my medias, with the exception of Instagram. I believe that one is Malikia.Lady Molotov. Molotov is spelled Molotov. Why Molotov? Because as a poet, I am Lady Molotov. I'm also the philologist in certain circles. And if you know, you know. If you don't, get to know. Blacks know on others. So connect with me. Let's have some fun together. As we grow, I believe that part of the meaningful relationships is doing things together, doing life together. It makes sense. Why be lonely in a world full of billions of people? Connect, connect, connect. Subscribe and follow and go binge, darling. Is there anything else you need to know? Okay. Thank you so much. I had to lean back and see the little letters, y'all. Okay. I've had an amazing, spectacular, wonderful day. The body is tired. I've kept my commitment to you and share these things. Go binge. Hit the replay on this. I'm going to make it public. I think it takes time for it to load. And when it loads up, I'll schedule it or just post it out and find this episode. Yeah, I'll add it in the title, Practice and Happiness. So I'll edit that and you'll be able to find it easy that way. And then you will also probably get a hit for the other, because I've taught on happiness prior and in great detail. I've taught several things. If you are a people pleaser, go hunting. Like a little mischief, go hunting is in there. Mindset, identity, growth, life, love, all in there. Some of my poeting too, that's in there. Go binge those episodes. Have a freaking blast while you're doing it. Get your 12 crumbs, eat them, ingest, 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 and grow through this practice. Okay. You have been loved. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to go play well with others.